Hello, my name is Daryl, and in this episode I discuss the Kroger Company, trading under the symbol KR, which reported earnings on Thursday, June the 20th, 2024, before the market opened. In a previous video, I shared my expectations following earnings. In this video, I will look at the price action response for the 2-week period following the earnings. I will also include any trades I made since the last update. I maintain a spreadsheet of my individual holdings to highlight information from earnings reports. I like to determine if a relative strength is positive or negative going into earnings to help with risk management decisions. I also like to track the initial price action following earnings, then update and review 1 and 2 weeks following the earnings. Kroger reported revenue of $45.27 billion and earnings of $1.43 per share, which beat analyst estimates. However, Kroger guided toward lower full-year earnings of between $4.30 to $4.50 per share versus the $4.56 earnings per share consensus. Looking at the Kroger chart, we see that the initial reaction to Kroger's last quarter earnings release was a positive rise of about 10% on the first day, and it eventually climbed up to about $57.52 per share in early April. But it's since been trailing back until this latest earnings, closing back to around $50, which basically closed this gap between the prior earnings release and the previous day closing price. We can see moving into the previous quarter that the MACD had a positive transition and was in positive territory, and also the RSI was above the 50 line and was improving into those earnings. In this particular earnings, the latest earnings, what we saw was negative MACD, actually under the zero line, and the relative strength index was also decreasing and even reached an oversold position here moving into the current earnings. The initial reaction to Kroger's earnings actually lost out to momentum, so it closed down the first day by 3.27%, and 1 week later the price was down 5.02%, and then on June the 27th, Kroger found support from buyers at about $48 per share and change. Both the RSI indicator and the MACD are starting to turn up, but they're both still in negative territory. 2 weeks later, the price was down 2.37%, but above the prices of the initial reaction and at the 1 week after earnings. To summarize, we can look at Kroger price action in the earnings tracking spreadsheet and see the initial price action along with 1 week and 2 week numbers. I should note that the second trading week was a holiday shortened week with lighter than average trading volume. In this chart, we look at the year-to-date performance of Kroger with comparison to other retailers in the same sector, although maybe not in the same industrial group. Comparisons are shown to Costco, Walmart, Target, and Albertsons. We can see on the chart that Albertsons is down 12.56% year-to-date. Target is up slightly at 3.13% year-to-date. Kroger is up 12.33% year-to-date. And the SPY, which tracks the S&P 500, is up 16.76% year-to-date. Walmart is up 30.75% year-to-date. And Costco is up 31.09% year-to-date. On June 27th, Kroger announced a 10% dividend increase from 29 cents per share to 32 cents per share. This announcement followed their pattern of raising the dividend in the third quarter of each year. The raise is below the 5-year and 10-year dividend growth CAGR of 15.68 and 13.66 respectively. The trend model is a 5-year weekly chart that compares 4 exponential moving averages of 5, 13, 21, and 34 weeks. For the long-term trend, shown as the purple histogram, the 21-week EMA is compared to the 34-week EMA. For the midterm trend, shown as the green histogram, the 13-week EMA is compared to the 21-week EMA. And finally, the short-term trend, shown as the blue histogram, compares the 5-week EMA to the 13-week EMA. The Kroger trend is positive in the long-term trend. The short and mid-term trends are both negative, but appear to be strengthening at this point. Turning to my trades, I sold 20 shares on June 26 for $49.31. I purchased 20 shares on July 2nd at $50.88. I currently hold 30 shares at an average cost of $48.87. The dividends of $116.50 include announced dividends but may not yet be paid out. An analysis of the Kroger trades over the last 1.5 years, I purchased a total of 200 shares and sold 170. For my total investment, I received a total return of 8.5% or 17.83% annualized. For my current investment, I have a total return of 53.7% or 111.13% annualized. I am following the progress of the Kroger acquisition of Albertsons. I believe that the odds of the acquisition getting approval is somewhat of a toss-up at this point. What are your thoughts about Kroger? Please let me know by commenting below. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to the channel and press the like button. This helps grow the channel and reach like-minded investors. If you wish to support the channel and research like this, there is also a link to buy me a coffee in the description below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you.